It does so with a week of the most exciting domestic tourney, the men's domestic T20. Will the Mountaineers continue to assert their dominance and make it a treble-winning season? Or will the Rhinos mount a challenge and win their first silverware of the season? 2 venues, 5 provinces, 11 matches, and just 1 winner. From the 24th to the 30th of March 2025 at Harare Sports Club and Takashinga Cricket Club. Who will be crowned the 2025 domestic T20 champions?
It is a lovely welcome to Harare Sports Club on a lovely Wednesday evening where we have an historic match that has taken place between Durham women, their first ever visit to Zimbabwe, and they play an evening match against a Zimbabwe Women Select 11. And what I can tell you about the toss news, the toss is that Durham women have won the toss. That's important information. Durham women have won the toss, and they will field first. And just going through their lineup, Emma Marlowe, Leah Dobson, Mia Rogers, Emily Windsor, Trudy Johnson, Abby Glenn, Hanot Robson, Sophia Turner, Catherine Fraser, Katie Levick, and Laura Trotter. So that is the lineup. I'm here with Kelis Ndhlovu, who will go through the Zimbabwe lineup.
And the Zimbabwe lineup, we've got Adele Zimunu, we have beloved Biza, Chiedza Dururu, Francisca Chipare, the exciting Kelis Ndhlovu, Katie Ebrahim, Lorraine Chuma, Nomvelo Spanda, who is the captain for the night, Natasha Mtomba, Lindogo Tlema Bera, and Nyasha Gwanzura.
Strong lineup from Zimbabwe, women 11 there, and a lot of those players have got international experience. You've got the experience of Nomvelo Sabanda in there. You've got Nyasha Gwanzura, the wonderful collection of players, and it's great that we're having women playing cricket at such a high-profile time. It could have been easy to play at an earlier time, but we want this game, women's game, to get as far and as far as profile as the men's game.
Definitely, as you said it, Elion, a historic match for these ladies, a historic match for Zimbabwe cricket. Also seeing the Durham ladies playing against Zimbabwe, a full strong Zimbabwe lineup. As you said it, Elion, we've got girls, ladies who have played at a higher level, talking about Nomvelo Spanda, the captain who normally swings the ball well. You have Gonzuro who can hit the ball a mile, Francisca Chipare. So this is what I can call a balanced team for Zimbabwe.
And the umpires coming out to take control of the match. Our top woman umpire, Sarah Dambanevana, and David Shawade is also out there. And coming out to bat, Zimbabwe women 11 are about to play a very important match. It's an important time that's coming up. We get into periods in which you want to start preparing for qualifiers for the, as part of that journey to go to the World Cup. Also, the FTP, they're going to be playing at a higher level, so it's very important for the women to get critical, crucial game time in Zimbabwe and against a very good side. And Zimbabwe cricket and Durham have got such a great relationship. The Durham men were here, but now the focus is on the women.
I think this is absolutely a brilliant idea that has happened, having these ladies from Durham coming to play in Zimbabwe. I'm sure you've got a few ladies who are playing even in that Vitality Blast in England, the ladies competition also. So it's not just Durham, but you're talking about the team that has played at a higher level. So this will be definitely good for the Zimbabwe ladies team.
We're underway as part of a 3-match T20 series, and the Zimbabwe women 11 lead the series 1-0, having won the first match at Takashinga. Very closely fought match. I think they won it with 2 balls to spare. Oh, just a little bit, just still within the channel. Chieza Dururu and Natasha Mtomba. Natasha Mtomba, very promising player. Abigail Glenn is bowling from the city end. Maintaining a good, consistent line and length.
A very good start from the bowler there. And you're talking about Natasha Mtomba. One thing I'll tell you, she normally plays club cricket second league in Bulawayo with other men there. So believe me, when she gets going, she can be very devastating. So a good future for Zimbabwe is Natasha Mtomba. Very well bowled there.
Natasha Mtomba, part of a team, a Tuskers women team that did very well last year. Won the T20 tournament that was hosted in Bulawayo. But now a step higher. But Chieza Dururu, the captain, is the one facing at the moment. Onus upon her to get her team going. Finally gets back to ball, but cannot extract a run out of that. There's just one ball to go in the over. Can Abigail Glenn close this and make it a maiden over? A maiden over it is. Brilliant bowling from Abigail Glenn. Your thoughts after seeing her first six balls?
Definitely, I was going to come on to that. I think she's got a beautiful action, high arm action, and she's strong at the crease. That's one thing that I've seen with her, getting that gentle outswing away from the right-hander. So far, I think I'm impressed with what I've seen from Glenn right now.
So first over, no runs on the board yet. It's going to be up to Natasha Mtomba to face now. So still got a couple of fans checking out the match, so that's good to see. A lot of interest in cricket in general, and it's good to see that that is transferring itself to interest in women's cricket, and that's where we want it. Get more opportunities for girls to see themselves and see themselves in cricket. Sophia Turner, well bowled. That was close.
Very close. Mtomba getting that edge there to save her life from that first good delivery that has been bowled.
Again, you talk about the action. It's a nice flowing action. Gets all the biomechanics right.
And you talking about that, you want to have a good action, but it starts with the run-up. With what I've seen so far with these ladies, the run-up looks very smooth, and that gives you the power. When you get to the crease there is no falling over. Everything is just, I can call it a strong action. Everything upright, and that gives you the bounce also when you are bowling, and that late movement.
And that is an appeal, and that is the wicket. Sophia Turner having troubled Chieza Dururu with the first two balls. Traps Natasha Mtomba leg before wicket, and Durham women get their first wicket after 1.3 overs. It's not for one. Next batter at the crease is Kelis Ndhlovu. It comes in on the side still to get off the mark. Very talented. Very good player. A lot of promise. A player who has done it at higher levels, and a lot is expected of her at a very young age. Still only 19 years old. But if you look at the amount matches has played women's T20 eyes, 45 in the bag. She's got 2 half centuries. So she's a player who has done well. And in the previous T20, as part of the store, she scored 36 and took 2 for 18 with the ball. Showing really good discipline is Sophia Turner.
Very good start from Sophia. Kelis goes for that one. It's another wide. Looks like Turner is just straying in line there. Just maybe a little bit falling over. You know, that ball, taking that ball away from Kelis, but it's been 2 wides in a row. And change of angle, she realizes that she's not getting it right when she's coming over the wicket, but she changes the angle. She says, I'm going to come around the wicket and see what you can do, Kelis. Oh, goes bang. That's Kelis over point. She's played that well. She loves that shot. She loves that cover drive, and she plays it very well. Intentional over the fielder. It goes away for 4. Very well played by Kelis Ndhlovu.
Kelis Ndhlovu has played that shot over and over, that it comes second nature to her. To tell you a little bit about Sophia Turner, this is her first match in this series in the T20 format. She was crucial to those 2 wins in 2 matches in the one-day format. So might be adjusting to this format, and just 1 more ball to go. At least Zimbabwe will say, look, sure, the other runs that came on the board were wides, but you want to get off the mark. Kelis Ndhlovu to face the last ball off the over. Okay. Well played, well bowled, and at the end of the second over, it's 6 for 1. Chiesa Durham gets back to ball and gets runs. Has 2 runs and gets off the mark. Was what the Zimbabweans would have been looking for. Abigail Glenn coming for a second over. Had a maiden over in the previous one, so she did pretty well. Chiesa Durham straight to mid-wicket. Again, talking about that, both of the players have got a wonderful action. The other one called it smooth. This one, she leans into it. And Chiesa Durham can only find the fielder just around point. Beautiful evening here at Harare Sports Club. Chiesa Durham, a swing and a miss. Do you think she's getting a bit frustrated that she's not getting it past the fielders and perhaps going a lot harder for it than she has been?
Definitely, Larry. I think she's getting a little bit frustrated. Got a maiden in the first over that she faced, so she'll be thinking that maybe I'm behind, but you are never behind when it comes to this game. It's well played this time. She plays it off the back foot. She gonna come for two? No, she doesn't. Very well fielded at third man there. And that will bring Kelis on to strike, facing the last ball of the over.
Kelis Ndhlovu already on 4 of 3 balls. Will face Abigail Glenn for the first time. And this particular match. And she's bowled. Kelis Ndhlovu has to go. Was trying to hit that over to cow corner. It was a case of, if you miss, I hit. Zimbabwe women 11 lose their second wicket, and the score is 9 for 2 after 3 overs. And now making her way up to the crease is a child prodigy, only 16 years old, Beloved Biza. Again, another talent within the Zimbabwe pipeline. Scored 22 in the first match. Kelis Ndhlovu made 36, but not quite able to do anything beyond that. Abigail Glenn was miserly in the first match. She had 1 maiden, she had a wicket, and she only conceded 12 runs in her 4 overs. She's carrying on from that. So the Zimbabweans have found her difficult to deal with. And now for Sophia Turner to bowl her second over. Just punches it back, doesn't quite carry to the fielder, to the bowler, I beg your pardon, for a caught and bowled chance. And to be fair, she didn't try to. Again, the flowing action of Sophia Turner. And Shieza Durham finds some space and runs through, and it's swept and it's brought back.
Very well played by Chieza Dururu. Turner bring it back to her. She's equal to the task. Just plays it to mid wicket for 1. Zimunu facing her first ball. Beg your pardon, is Biza, beloved, the exciting beloved Biza, facing her first ball this evening. The way she's just played that, Larry, you can tell she's very confident that, you know, she knows that she sends that presence. She's young, but I tell you, she's been doing very well in the under-19s, in the local competition. The way she's been playing, you will not believe her age, I tell you.
It's a bum ball. So, and you talk about that young creation. She's already got 7 matches in T20s, the highest of 48 in T20 internationals. She's already represented the country. Turned 16 just 80 days ago. The latest product of a Chitunguza pipeline. Just a misfield there allows Beloved Biza to get off the mark. So she's the latest in the pipeline. Malcolm Chukua sending through some really talented boys and girls. It's great to see the domestic scene recently. She scored a north of 100. She's very talented.
Very talented. And that will be the end of the over. After 4 overs, Zimbabwe are 11 for 2. Not the start that they would have wanted. But nonetheless, they still have 8 wickets in the tank. Not so sure if Glenn is going to continue from the city end. She's bowled very well, getting that gentle outswinger and bowling it very well. She's got a wicket for her hard work, for a consistent line and length. And Beloved will be facing, and I think this will be a good challenge for her. Looks like she drives very well, and getting that outswinger, that will give her that confidence to drive through the covers. So I'm saying that she tries to hoik that over mid-wicket. I think she needs to just give herself a little bit of time. She has the talent, she has the timing, she has the shots in the book. All she needs just a little bit of time, get herself in, and knows that you still have a lot of time than you think.
And there you go. Another brilliant piece for bowling. A Durham side that is brand new to the scene. So, as Zimbabwe, a lot of these players, when they become future England internationals or whatever the case may be, we can say they played in Zimbabwe. A lot of young, exciting talent coming from Durham. And the likes of Sophia Turner and Abby Glenn recently as last year got rookie deals that they signed. As announced on the Durham website. Some really, really exciting things that are happening for a county side for which we have developed a growing affection and as courted fans in Zimbabwe. Again, another really beautifully flighted ball, and you can now understand why she was difficult. Abigail Glenn probably going to bowl out her overs now, or unless the captain decides to leave a few for later. Captain Emma Marlowe, that's a wide. She'll have to try that again. But from the opposite end, the young Zimbabweans like Beloved Biza will be happy to see this sort of opposition, something different from the domestic scene that they play a lot of their cricket in, isn't it?
And that marks the end of the over. For Zimbabwe, they're still 12 for 2 after 5 overs. Not the ideal start that they would have wanted. As you were saying that, Larry, that's a very valid point that you brought up there. It's a different challenge from what they've been facing in domestic cricket. And you're talking about these ladies from Durham. They normally play with proper big guns that, like I mentioned about the Vitality Blast in England, which is a big competition. So for Zimbabwe, I believe this is a proper big good step that we're taking, playing against these quality bowlers, quality batters. So I think this is the right thing, that the right way where we're supposed to be going.
And introducing a bit of spin to the mix. There's Katie Levick. she's another one of the talented Durham players that are in the country. Here's Durham getting off strike. Another have a go. One of the more mature players is Katie. And that one is called wide by the umpire. So she's played quite a bit in England. And she's got pedigree and one of the leading wicket takers in the women's county championship, if not the leading wicket taker. So very talented, very experienced. In her T20 career, she's got 161 wickets, which is an impressive return from 130 matches. The sort of competition that the Zimbabweans will benefit from, and that just beats the edge. And at the end of that over, it's 15 for 2. That is the end of the power play, and Zimbabweans finding it slightly difficult to get going.
Yeah, really finding it a little bit difficult. You know, it's a different challenge, but I'm really pleased also that they know that this team can be beaten. They won the first T20 that they played, so they know that they can. You know, I know the score is not where they would want to be, but still, if you get to that 110, 120, you've got a game on you.
Well, I guess if you get to 110, 120, you have to start getting going at this point. There's much time left in the match. Dobson coming from the city end, spin on both ends. And beloved Biza decides, gets on one knee and has a bit of a sweep. And only goes as far as square leg. And that's going to be called wide, and she will have to bowl that delivery once again. She's bowled. Dobson gets Durham's a third wicket. Bowls the captain, Chieza Dururu, who has to go for 5 runs of 19 balls. And Zimbabwe women 11 find themselves 17 for 3 after 6.4 overs. So coming to the crease right now is Katie Ebrahim, playing for Zimbabwe Women's Select, and in Zimbabwe, a former New Zealand international, helped Zimbabwe women select to their victory and gets off the mark with the first delivery.
See some class. My first time watching her play, but I tell you, with that first shot, I can bet you she knows what she is doing. Very good start from Ebrahim. Now the quick single, very well played by Beloved. And this is something that we've been talking the whole afternoon, Larry, that, you know, running through the singles, running those singles, and just to come to end of that over is 19 for 3 after 7. You know, we'll go back to that point of running very well. So far, I've just seen these two balls, these ladies, it looks like they are looking to get those ones, which is very good to see.
And with Kate Ebrahim, with a lot of experience that she has, as I say, played for New Zealand at the highest level, she will be having conversations with Beloved Biza, calming her down, walking her through, and that's what the two were able to do when they played and got themselves over the line in the first match at Takashinga Cricket Club on Monday. And Zimbabwe Women Select will be hoping more of the same. But for now, Laura Trotter starts off with one that didn't quite hit the mark. So the umpire asks her to bowl that again, as it is called a wide. Probably just getting yourself into the groove. A gentle push, forward defensive shot from Beloved Biza. Not the usual rate that she goes. She's at 4 runs of 16 balls. She might want to up that a little bit if that's going to help the fortunes of her side. She tries to have a go at that, and doesn't quite connect. Unfortunately, with no connection and going into the hands of the keeper means she's still in there. Durham women will be very happy with their returns right now, wouldn't they?
Absolutely happy. I think they've put themselves in that driving seat. As we see, it's already 7 overs gone and it's 20-3. So they will keep on squeezing, as we're seeing that the infield fielders are squeezing. They're trying by all means to stop that one, and then you've got those 4 riding the boundary. So at the moment, like you asked, for me, I think Durham will be the happier side at this moment.
Kate Ebrahim going there and giving a sort of instruction to Beloved Biza, and then pats her on the shoulder. Sort of reassurance. Young lady maybe having stage fright. Not sure if Beloved Biza has actually played under the lights, really. Maybe against Ireland. She might have. We'll have to check. Again with another 4 defensive shot. Over that for Durham is going in the right direction. Only runs are coming from those two wides. Off the bat, nothing as of yet. Just go back, reload, try again. Leah Dobson. Beg your pardons, Laura Trotter. And make a go for 2. And Kate Ebrahim makes it home safely. So we're talking about trying to get runs off the bat. And it looked as if it was Kate Ebrahim who insisted, let's go for the second. And she was going to the danger end.
Definitely the senior stats saying that's run that one very hard, and then she comes back comfortable for 2. Very well played and well run at the end. Beloved tries to flick that to mid wicket. She misses out. She'll feel like she has missed out, and that'll be the end of the over. It's 23 for 3 after 8 overs.
Dobson to carry on from the city end here at Harare Sports Club. If you're joining us, please download the Zimbabwe Cricket app and keep up with the action. The last match of the tour, it takes place at Takashinga tomorrow. It's been a wonderful tour from both Durham sides. And attempting to sweep that, and beloved Biza has to go. An attempted sweep. Thought she could beat the fielder at backward square leg, but only find the fielder, and she has to depart for 6 of 22 balls, and Zimbabwe women select find themselves 24 for 4 after 8.2 overs. Chuma comes to the crease. I'm happy to see her promoted a lot more up the order. Started off as a very capable batter, and the last couple of years we've been seeing her bat at number 7, 8, 9 at times. Now coming at number 6. The match before, I think she batted at number 4.
As you saying that, I think she is a proper good all-rounder. You know, I've seen her even bowling. She gets that good leg spin, and you're saying that's a good thing to see them promoting her up there. Very well played from Chuma. Just getting herself in there, getting her eye in. You need to restart after losing that wicket of beloved Biza. She pulls for 4. What a shot from Chuma. As you were saying it there, she has done well so far, and she pulls that for 4. Very well played, Larry.
Very well played indeed. The 28-year-old from around these parts, and she will want to get a more of that sort of performance from her, or at least the Zimbabweans will be asking her to perform in that manner a little bit more. And with Kate Ebrahim on the other side, always willing to get the extra run, always willing to push for something, and suddenly Zimbabwe women select find themselves 30 for 4. And Laura Trotter carries on. And it's 9.1 overs into the match, 30 for 4. The last over in which there was a wicket lost was most productive, 7 runs coming off it. One that comes in, like another dot ball. Should we talk about dot ball pressure?
Yeah, definitely. As we said it early on, more dot balls that brings the false shot. But so far, these two going all right. Yes, there have been a few dot balls from the fast bowler, but Lorraine shouldn't be very worried about that. She plays that one very well. She tacks it to fine leg. She's running, looking for 2, but there's just going to be 1 run to Lorraine Chuma, who looks very busy from the time she came into the crease. She looks very busy. She's running well, and with the right partner at the other end, Ebrahim, who's looked very comfortable at the crease, Larry.
And that's what you want. Still 10.5 overs to go. So still a lot of balls to work with. And she'll have to bowl that one again. The umpire calls a wide. A very good tour that's taken place between, and nice competitive matches that's taken place between the two sides. And Kate Ebrahim, quick off the mark. Just 2 balls to go in this particular over. Sort of situation that I think Zimbabwe, if they start accelerating, that 110 you're talking about might become a possibility. And that one finds its way to the boundary.
Very well played from Lorraine Chuma, as I said it. That could be 1 ball to go in this over. She's looked very busy, and she's run very well. She's batted very well so far. And like we were talking about it, that getting to 110 will be the right ideal thing for Zimbabwe. So far, Lorraine Chuma and Ebrahim, they look like they want to push the score. And that's good to see. Almost 10 overs. Yes, you're going at 3.7, but you can always push it up a little bit. So very well played by Lorraine. She plays that one, plays straight. She calls for a quick single. They get home. Oh my goodness, that could be close. And Sarah says not out. Very good throw from mid on there. And that'll be the end of the over. Zimbabwe now 38 for 4, going at a rate of 3.8 and over. And that'll bring into the commentary box Tino Tenda Mawoyo, and that'll be the strategic timeout. Welcome, Tino.
Thanks a lot, Chris. Yeah, there'll be lots for the Zimbabwe select side to discuss over the next couple of minutes. 38 for 4 is certainly not where you want to be at the halfway stage. I think that's the beauty of the strategic timeout, because you've got an opportunity to assess those first 10 overs, how they've gone, how you had agreed as to how you wanted them to go, and what needs to be corrected, or you carry on as you've done. The Zimbabwean side of things certainly want to address a lot more issues as opposed to the Durham women's side, who at this halfway stage will be a lot happier, I'm sure, of the two camps.
38 for 4. Laura Trott into the attack. Turn for her.
Laura Trott, she's bowled 2 overs, gone for 12. So far, so good for Durham, and so good for her. Lorraine tries to pull that one, but misses out. She'll feel like she had an opportunity there to hit it for 4.
She's a wrist spinner, and she was very brave to have mid-off up in the circle, Chris, and you'll know exactly why. There's a sweeper on the offside who's obviously a lot straighter because of that, but it means that she's got to be extremely disciplined in where she lands the ball. Otherwise, it provides an opportunity to go over the top quite easily. Top edge. It'll run away, and it'll probably run away for 4, and it does.
Runs away for 4. As we said it earlier on, Lorraine Chuma, she's looked very busy since she came onto the crease. She looks like she wants to take it onto the bowlers right now, and she's moved to 15 of 13 balls, So, as much as Zimbabwe have been in trouble, you need someone who comes in and reverses the pressure, and I think she's done that very well, is Lorraine Chuma. She cuts, hits that to sweeper for a 1. So that's good batting. And from this moment, talking Zimbabwe 43 for 4 after 10.5 overs. Just feel like they need to up the rate a little bit to get to that mark of around 110 to 115. An appeal there, but the umpire says not out. That will be the end of the over. Zimbabwe women 43 for 4 after 11 overs. So Sophie Tanner will continue from the golf course, and she's bowled quite well. She's got a wicket for 8 runs in 2.1 overs. So far, so good for her. She's really bowled well. You see change in the field, finally coming in. So now you've got a third man, a sweeper, and a deep square leg. Oh, she runs down. What a shot from Lorraine. Has that gone for... Oh, she's played that for a 6. Very good shot. She uses her feet, dances down the track, and smashes it for a 6 over mid-wicket. What a shot.
Yeah, we always talk about how important it is to use your feet to the spinners, get to the pitch, negate the turn that we've seen here. Chris Mpofu, but that's a very, very good shot. Hasn't tried to overhit it. Just wonderful timing. She moves on to 22 in just 16 balls.
She will definitely feel like she's won that battle. Has made the captain change the field set, pushing that deep mid-wicket and making sure that the third man comes in. So Lorraine Chuma, she's been busy, she's run well, and when the opportunity that has represented itself, she's dispatched it over the boundary. Very well played. She runs down again, plays that to sweeper. Very good to see from her. Nearly got a run out there. See her running down to her partner, giving a bit of a message, maybe on how the wicket is playing. But it's good to see reversing the pressure right now, putting these bowlers under pressure. You can see now you've got the Durham side thinking. Field has been changed once again. Finally goes back. That one stays low. Should feel like that should have been given a wide, but the umpire says no, that's inside the line. The first time you feel this evening that the Durham side has been put under pressure. Oh, Cuts well, that is running to third man. She's pushing hard, but they can only get a single. And that will be the end of the over. Zimbabwe are 51 for 4 after 12 overs.
$51 for 4. Just 8 overs remain for Zimbabwe Select. Oh, that's a good shot. It's over pitched, and I think that'll be one bounce for calculated stroke from Katie Ebrahim.
Very calculated, Tino. The mid-off is up, and she says, if it's pitched up, I'm definitely going after it, and she's played it very well. Textbook shot there from Katie Ebrahim. As we were saying it, getting these Durham ladies thinking. And right now, you can tell a bit of conversations. Oh, Biyote, what a comeback. Bowls a good yorker, off stump out of the ground. Very good ball.
It's a brilliant comeback. Chris and Paul for the ball before over pitched and easy to take over the bowler's head. This one, wonderful yorker, full and straight. The inside edge ricochets onto the stumps. So, unfortunately, that sees the end of Katie Ebrahim. Zimbabwe women lose their 5th. It's now 55 for 5. Adele Zimunu, the new batter in. Confident stroke first up. Zimbabwe Select Women's with their backs against the wall. This partnership will be crucial for them to try and get past that 100 mark.
Very, very crucial. I keep reminding that getting to 110, 100 to 110, there will be a score that Zimbabwe will say, we can ball it. Right now, it's a little bit of a struggle with over number 13 about to get very well balled. Oh, she nicks that one. If she nicked it, well, that would be the question. No, that would just be a single. Oh, that has come off an edge. Zimunu trying to hit that over mid-off, but only managing to get a thick outside edge that runs for a single to third man. Lorraine Perry has done quite well so far. She's on 23 of 18. Oh, that's a wide. Not so good from the bowler. They just scamper for one. Tanner will continue from the city end. Adele is trying to. Oh, she calls for a quick single. No damage done in the end. And I'm sure with the end of the over, Zimbabwe women are 59 for 5 after 13 overs.
Spin from the golf course end. 59 for 5. Down the ground. That is such a good hit. They won't go all the way to the boundary, but the option straight over the bowlers hit a good one.
Very good one from Zimunu, showing her intention that she wants to go big. She's not just going to hang around there. If it's there in her zone, she will definitely go over the top. A very good start. Oh, she flicks that to mid-wicket. Quick single. Very good running from Zimbabwe. That brings the strike. That brings Lorraine Chuma, who's done quite well so far with 3 boundaries and a big maximum. Change of bowling in terms of the angle. The off spinner coming around and just getting that across Lorraine Chuma. She's realized that I don't want to come into that arc where you can just wake me over mid-wicket. So she's just bowling it across the right-hander. And the uphill, the umpire is not going for a quick single. Oh, hopefully she's all right. She's up again. Fraser to continue. Sweeps us. Adele Zimunu looking for 2. Not there. Oh, very good throw. And now they get that extra run. Very good running from these 2. One ball to go in the over. Zimbabwe will be looking to get to that magical number 100. They didn't start well. So these 2 have to rebuild. Rebuilding at the same time, trying to score those boundaries that are needed. Zimunu plays that off the back foot, but doesn't pierce the gap. That will be the end of the over. Zimbabwe women 65 for 5 after 14 overs.
Turn again. And we've seen that all throughout this evening innings so far. Chuma looking to find the gap behind square on the offside. Oh, full toss, put away. A player of the quality of Chuma is not going to miss out on deliveries like that.
Absolutely not going to miss out. She has the power. She has the placing. That one runs away for 4. Beating deep square leg easily. She's hit it very hard. And the thing about it is that she wants to score. That's why she's put these Durham bowlers under pressure. She's always looking to score. She runs down, she hits it well. What a shot. Chuma, what a player. The way she's just run down there, getting to the pitch of the ball, and she bangs it down the ground as straight as you can think of.
Yeah, that's a good shot again, Chris, because she's got herself down to the pitch very quickly, and she's able to hit the ball along the ground past the middle fielder, which is why I said earlier, turning the ball away from the right hander, it's quite brave to have mid-off up in the circle, and she's kept it that way. And that's the shot she was looking to play earlier on in the over. What a quality stroke from Chuma.
Absolutely brilliant. Gorgeous, should I say it. The way she's rocked back and she just cast out brilliant. She hasn't tried to hit it, but she's tried to place it at the same time. Brilliant timing. Oh, now she's hit it. Is this going to be out? Oh, it's out. Chuma. One too many, she would think. She has to walk back to the changing room after a brilliant 35 of 25 balls with 6 boundaries and a maximum. She had got Zimbabwe back into the game. And that will mark the end of the over. It's 77 for 6 after 15 overs.
Good evening, Chris and Pofu.
Very good evening, Larry. Brilliant evening here at Tarai Sports Club. Brilliant game we're having here. Good to see the Zimbabwe ladies coming back. They had a really not a good start, but now we're getting into that 110 mark we're talking about. Zimunu Tries to nudge that one for one, but very good fielding from the Durham ladies at the same time. And one thing that they've done well, Larry, I think they've caught very well. Their fielding is top-notch, high-class standard, you should say. So definitely you hit it in the air, you know that you're in trouble. Something good standards that they've shown so far, the Durham ladies. Zimunu swings. She swings hard. That's going to race away for 4. She's hit that one over point, intentionally opening the face of the bat. I tell you, she's some talent, this one. Very talented Zimunu. Well played from her.
Just getting a bit of that fight from the Zimbabwe side. They looked at some point that they might be getting a score nowhere close to this as their total. But they've brought themselves quite nicely back into the game. They chased down 105 in the first T20. That was the target. They ended up getting 108 with 2 balls to spare. So they want to get something in that region because they know what they can defend, what they can restrict. And psychologically, when you get the triple figures, just gives you that extra bit. But either way, what we are certainly setting up is a very good context between 2 very talented sides. As Laura Trotter bowls the first of her last 3 deliveries, and a drive from Adele Zimunu as Nyasha Gwanzura comes to face the first delivery, her first delivery of this innings. Very good game of cricket we have happening now, and certainly excited the fans that are here, especially when Loreen Chuma was finding the boundary with some level of regularity, and that's gone up and collected, and a first ball duck, Nyasha Gwanzura, and she has to go. Laura Trotter gets her second wicket, and Zimbabwe women select find themselves 82 for 7. The next batter in, Francesca Chipare. Zimbabwe women shaking just a bit, but you've seen it even in the best sides that often after a good partnership, 1 wicket falls. Sometimes you get 2 or 3 in a row. And what the Zimbabwe women 11 will try to select will try to do now is to make sure that it doesn't become a complete collapse. Still 4 overs after this ball. A 4 defense from Francesca Chipare, and Laura Trotter finishes off her allotted overs with 2 for 25. Going at an economy of 6.25. A captain will be very happy. Emma Marlowe very happy with that return. coming in back into the attack is the miserly Abigail Glenn to bowl her last over. She's gone for 4 runs in her 3 overs. Some excellent bowling there. And make that 2 wickets. Adele Zimunu punches that and is caught comfortably at cover. And Zimbabwe women select are now 82 for 8 after 16 overs. So back again. It's 82 for 8, and the player to come in, Lindogutla Mabera, another one from the Tuskers pipeline.
Yeah, not known for her batting. Normally a very good off spinner is Lindogutla Mabera. She would love to contribute with the bat here so that she can also give herself a chance to bowl at the Durham batters. Oh, she's nicked that one. Don't know whether that has come off the bat. Yes, it has. As we see, the umpire is not signaling anything there. So that tells you that was off the bat. So that adds another one to the total that Zimbabwe has to bowl to the Durham ladies.
I've said Lindogutla Mabera not known for batting, but she'll say runs by any means. And Francesca Chipare gets off the mark. It's only 84 for 8. Still healthy. 3.2 overs, 3 overs and 2 balls. But the wickets column might, Zimbabwe women select might find themselves in a position where they don't finish those overs, but who knows. Lindogutla Mabera attempting a run is a run out, and she has to return to the pavilion, not because of not wanting a run, but designing a run that wasn't there and just couldn't get back in time. And Zimbabwe women 11 are now 84 for 9 with 3.1 overs left. And as we go into the final batter, Nomvelo Sabanda, the Tuskers captain.
Yeah, it is Nomvelo, the Tuskers captain, and I'm sure from what I've seen here, she is the one captaining the side on in this game. She normally also, talking about Ntomba batting when it comes to second league cricket in Bulawayo, Nomvelo is another one who plays men's club cricket in Bulawayo, the second league. So that helps them out quite a lot with their batting, with their bowling. So this is good to see. Also that experience that they have to bring it also into this level that they're playing.
A heave and a hoe, and that doesn't go anywhere. Taking up the bowling is, and another attempted heave and hoe. And again, as they say in cricket, as the balls go quickly, when the overs go quickly, doesn't give you enough time to lock, and that's why sometimes you find batters walk away from the crease, slow the game down, and that's been hit up into a safe area. Thoughts of running for two, and a strong weight. It's a very entertaining game of cricket we have right now. Nomvelo Sibanda taking strike again. Francesca Chipare facing Katie Levick. And hitting the pads, but nothing given there, so it's going to be a leg by. Another one to the total. They won't mind it, the Zimbabweans.
Definitely they won't mind anything that comes their way from this time. A good shot, but nothing comes out of that one. As we're saying, they will take every run that comes their way, because at the same time the runs scored are the runs that need to be chased at the end of the day. It's a good shot from Francisca. She's trying to come for two. Yes, is the call. That should have been out, could have been out, but oh well. Very good running once again from the Zimbabwe ladies, and that will be the over. 88 for 9 after 18 overs.
Sort of attempted as we carry on with the match. Catherine Fraser has got 2 for 16 from a 3.1 overs. And Nomvelo Sibanda is not pretty, but she got herself a run, got off the strike, added 1 run to the total. That's all that'll be asked of her. And that left-hand, right-hand combination at the end, forcing the movement, maybe needing for the line to change just a bit. Tell you what, Nomvelo Sibanda is running as if her life depends on it, because she knows she'll have to defend whatever is on the board. It's 90 for 9. 9 balls left in the innings. Now she has to face, survive, get off the line, mark whatever she is, and she does a lot better than that with a really good shot. And she comes back, thinks of coming back for a second, but a bit of hesitation, and she decides not to. Time for Francesca Chipare. What has she got for the Zimbabwe women select side? And that. She fails to get to that. Just one more ball left in the over. She double steps, hits that one up and safe, and they run back for two and do it quite safely. 5 runs off that over, and the score is now 93 for 9. Sophia Turner makes a return. She fit to finish off her overs and to finish off the innings. Nomvelo Sabanda to face Sophia Turner, who gets fine leg a little finer. And some quick running once again. The moment she gets the ball on bat, she is off like a rabbit. And she gets to the other end. It's really good game awareness. Even though it was really close, she backed herself. And against a very talented Durham women bowling, fielding, and you can see for a moment Nomvela looked like she wanted to steal a run, but Sophia Turner comes up again. It's bowled very well. And she's bowled. Francesca Chipare has to go, bowled by Sophia Turner, who takes her second wicket. And so after 19.2 overs, Zimbabwe women select are bowled out for 95 runs. And just looking at that scorecard, the excitement that was brought, standout performance by Loreen Chuma with 35. And the only other batter to get to double figures was Adele Zimunu. And looking at the bowling card.
The bowling card for the Durham side, Abigail Glenn, I thought she bowled brilliant. 2 for 6 in 4 overs with a maiden on that. Sophia Turner once again very good. 3.2 and cleaning it up, taking 2 wickets. Levick 4 overs for 23 runs with 1 wicket for that. Catherine Fraser, another one who bowled well, 2 for 20 in 4. Laura Trotter, very well bowled once again, 2 wickets. So everyone in that bowling lineup getting a wicket. Brilliant from the Durham side.
Very professional performance from the Durham women. And so we take a break right now. When we come back, it'll be the Durham response. So we're back for Zimbabwe women for 11. Sorry, Zimbabwe women 11 against Durham women, and Zimbabwe women 11 made 95 from 19.2 overs. Some very disciplined bowling, and now the Zimbabwe women will be looking to, if for want of words, pay in kind. Nomvelo Sibanda opening the attack with her sort of snappy sort of action, a bit of a sling aspect to how she. Is that how you'd classify it, Chris Mpofu?
Definitely a little bit slingy. That's Nomvelo. She normally gets the ball to come into the right-handers, so she does that quite often, especially with the new ball. She'll fancy herself to hitting those pads or clean bowling the batters. Oh, whoa, what a start from Durham. Beautiful shot. She just rocks back a little bit and pulls it just over mid-wicket for a beautiful boundary.
Yeah, Nomvelo Sibanda probably just bowled a little bit too short. So it came on quite nicely for Leah Dobson, who dispatches that for a 4. Nothing that could have been done on the boundaries about that particular delivery. Might want to do what she did with the first delivery, cramp up Leah Dobson, and that's exactly what you want to do. Then give her room to open up her shoulders and really lay into that delivery. Again, not a bad delivery, but a great shot. And the throw, not as effective as Nomvelo Sibanda would have wanted, but they're able to run back for 2.
Definitely being able to come back for two runs there. But just you looking at this field set, you've got 2 boundary riders on fine leg and deep square leg. Oh, squeezed away. Something to be done by Ebrahim. She definitely collected well, and still another 2 runs. As I was just talking about these fielders, for me, those are the 2 best fielders that Zimbabwe has. Gwanzura at fine leg there. She will definitely stop quite a few runs, and we've seen from Ebrahim, she's got a big arm there from the boundary. She's definitely fielded well so far. Oh, well bowled by Nomvelo Sibanda. The batsman didn't have a clue there, and they still get a single. This game not really good for the batters, for the bowlers, and that will complete the first over. Durham are 10 without loss after an over.
So if you're Zimbabwe Women 11, get in the mind of the head coach, Walter Chawaguta, what would you have said at the break?
Definitely, girls, we haven't got the score that we would have wanted. I'm sure in the beginning of the game you would have said 120 to 130 there would have been a good score, but you've got runs on the board still at the same time. You get 1 early on, get 2 in that power play, you are back in the game. Remember at Takashinga, as much Zimbabwe chased that score, but they chased it in about 18 or more overs. So you know that this Durham side, if you get early inroads, you're in for a treat in terms of being the fielding side.
As Lindogutle Mabera comes into the attack, Leah Dobson facing, she's been facing the majority of the deliveries, 5 to be exact, and exacted most of the damage, 9 runs, the other one coming via leg by. And there's an edge on that, but No one there to field it, and it goes for a 4. That will be frustrating for Lindogutle Mapera. The tricky off spinner from Bulawayo.
Very frustrating. I felt she bowled it very well. I'm not sure whether the batsman meant to play it there, but nonetheless, it wrestles for 4. Looks like the batsman is pulled out there. Not sure if the wicketkeeper was saying something there. Mapera, well played to long on.
I think what Leah Dobson there did is something I think the Zimbabwe women didn't do enough of. If you're not quite there, slow down the game. And she did that. She's like, no, I'm not ready. And you have to wait. And there is leeway for that in cricket. But these are the games that you need to play to learn a lot of that. To learn the tricks of the trade. And unless you play against really quality opposition, you always find yourself in situations where you might struggle when you get into certain circumstances of greater consequence. And just one run there. Emma Marlowe, the captain, earlier got off strike, and she's back on strike right now. She's going to face a 3rd delivery. Very talented player. Durham women going at a rate of knots right now. And close out the over with a dot ball, and the score is 70 for naught after 2 overs. Coming into the attack is Kelis Ndhlovu. Didn't do as well as she normally does with the bat today, but she might want to make up for that with the ball. There's Leah Dobson, who's seeing it big, faces. And really well done there. Not sure, was that a drop catch? No, it wasn't. It doesn't seem, because there doesn't seem to be that reaction. You always know when somebody drops the catch, they always look as if the world has fallen on top of them. And there's a big appeal there. There was excitement all over, but the umpire was not moved.
Umpire not moved. Sure, that would have been pitching outside the leg stump. Oh, very well played. She cuts for 4. The way she just rocked back there, Laurie. Timing superb.
And that goes, that's something that I think the Zimbabweans learn from it, the foot movement. So when you have good foot movement, you almost look like you've got more time on that ball than other players, and that's a technique that she's shown very well in the boundaries she's gotten in this particular match. And she hits Hiv Ho, and it's a big 6. Leah Dobson is not waiting around. 25 of 14, 3 fours and a 6 so far. Going at a strike rate of 178.57. Current run rate is 9.5. Required is 4. And the opportunity comes and the opportunity goes. That's the one that I've been looking for. But at the end of that over is 27 for naught after 3. Coming in to bowl now is Zimunu. She's coming an attack from over the wicket, it seems. Trying to stem the flow of runs, mainly coming from the chief architect of this innings, Leah Dobson. Leah Dobson did very well earlier on, and that one is collected. Might spilled, but I think there was a commitment not to go for it. It's done very well as Leah Dobson, 25 or 15, accelerating the innings, and chasing such a score gives you a lot of confidence if you get a lot of the bulk of the runs out of the way early. And she hits it back towards the bowler, but it's just over. And Norm Velosbanda was not in any position to try and get that somewhat of a chance, if we could call it that. There, a bit of a spill from the keeper. Zimunu still to concede a run in this over. It's done well so far for her side. Again, really been accurate, really asked the right questions she has. And that's the sort of thing, if she wants to set the example for the other bowlers that have bowled and those that haven't yet, that's what you want to do, and that's what you found from the likes of Abby Glenn earlier on. Consistent line and length. And that is hit over the keeper. A bit of a misfield, it looks like, and then they pick up a single. They run 2. Very important for Zimunu to close this over out without conceding another run. And she might even get away with 1 run, but she wants to show that there is something to work with in this surface, much the same way that Durham women were able to take advantage. And what a cheeky shot to end the over. Emma Marlowe leading from the front, and that goes for 4. And Durham women are 33 without loss after 4 overs.
That's big. That's out of here. Very good shot. Over, mid on.
It's a good strike, Chris, and I say that though because he hasn't tried to overhit the ball. With Ndhlovu swinging the ball back into the right hander, I'm not sure if you want to be having your mid-on up in the circle because that shot is too easy to play.
Definitely you're right there, Tino. I felt like the positioning of the fielders here. Maybe try bring your find again and have that long and back on the boundary. So firstly now she has to try to come back. Damage has been done with the first ball.
What do you say to yourself when you make that kind of a mistake? Too full, mid-on up in the circle, you get hit over the top. The other problem that you may have is that you overcompensate, and we see that often with bowlers. You don't want to be too full again because you don't want to present the easy opportunity to go over the top. What is it that you say to yourself when you're walking back to your mark, and where do you want to go next after that?
Definitely sometimes it's not about changing the field set, it's about asking yourself, was that the right length? With the field set that I have a deep fine leg, I have a deep square leg. Maybe I've gone a little bit too full. That's what Ndhlovu did there in that similar. Very well balled, Ndhlovu. What a comeback. Middle stump, out of the park. Very well balled, skipper. You miss, I hit. Very well balled. And that will be 40 for 1 after 4.4 overs. Ndhlovu comes back straight to mid-off. Looks like she's found the middle straight away. It's Rogers. Looks like she's been in there for a long time, but this her first ball. But that will bring the game back to Zimbabwe, getting that wicket. Oh, she's in. She punches that one straight over the bowler's head, and it goes for 4. And that will be the over. Durham, 44 for 1 after 5 overs. Mabera will come from the city end, bowling a second over. A first over went quite all right. Went for 7 runs. She would love to get a wicket, yeah. Very good start from her. Still in the power play. And the Durham players have really cruised to 44 for 1. So you want to keep it quiet if you are Mabera. Once again, yes, no. In the end, no damage done. Looks like Mabera is trying to tuck the batsman, that, not giving a room to play through the offside.
Yeah, she's got to do that, Chris, because there's no protection on the offside boundary. Outside edge. And that big swing was because it was slightly outside the off stump. She was looking to go straight because mid-off is up in the circle. And the result is a good one, though.
As you said, the result is a good one. Doesn't matter how it came. It might have been of an edge, but oh well. That takes them to 48 for 1. And they are cruising, in a cruising mode. Dobson, who's been the one who has inflicted pain to the Zimbabwe ladies, still in there. She was dropped at cover, and Zimbabwe feel like this is the right wicket that they need. Mabera to continue. She gives herself room. She misses on that one. Still quite a good over from Mabera. Yes, she's gone for a boundary, but she'll feel like she's done quite well. She has to finish off well. Finishing off well, she does. Very well ball from Mabera. Adu. Still a ball to go. Hopefully I didn't speak too soon, but she's done quite well this over. As I was saying it, that has been hit too long on. Very productive over. Yes, he didn't have a wicket, but very well ball from Mabera. That marks the end of the over. Durham 49 for 1.
Oh, that's a good shot. It's a good shot because mid-off's up in the circle. It's just a short delivery from Ebrahim and too easy to put away for Dobson.
Put away indeed. Short ball. And she says, thank you very much. And she punishes that one for 4. It looks like this game might be finished a little bit earlier than we expected, the way they're going. Very well ball. Good comeback. But they're running. They're running well. They're going to come for 2. No. Dobson says, I'll be okay with 1. Right now, Zimbabwe feel like they need another wicket, and they need it very quickly because this could be over very soon. Oh, what a ball. Spins, it turns, cannons onto that leg stump. Very well balled, Ebrahim. As I was saying it, they need a wicket and they need it quickly. Right now, as we're saying that, they get a breakthrough in Zimbabwe. But as long as if Dobson is there, they still feel like they haven't done the job that they want. But it's good to see that the Zimbabweans are fighting back. They're fighting well. And that takes Durham to 54 for 2 after 6.3 overs.
Big appeal, and out. It's 2-2 for Kate Ebrahim. She's got this knack, Chris Mpofu, of coming into the attack and taking wickets.
Taking wickets indeed, Tino. 2-2 as you called it. And right now we're talking about Zimbabwe getting those wickets and getting them quickly. Believe me right now, they believe if they get one more here, we game on. So you want to expose that middle order and see how they play. So far Zimbabwe making a good comeback. Very well bowled from Ebrahim. And that'll be 54 for 3 is the Durham side.
Trudy Johnson out to face the hat-trick ball. Kate Ebrahim kept out well. So all of a sudden just a bit of a wobble for Durham women. 54 for 3 now, but still in very much a commanding position.
Commanding position, you say, Tino, and that brings the over to the end. Durham moment 54 for 3 after 7 overs. That will bring Nyasha Gwanzura, normally bowls right arm off spin. I'm sure she's been taken off the attack when we thought she was the one coming in. The skipper says, let me bring the left arm spinner. If I'm not mistaken, that should be Kelis Ndhlovu. She needs a breakthrough. And she'll be bowling to Johnson. It's Dobson rather. Was batted very well. She's on 41 of 26 balls, 5 boundaries and 2 maximums. So Kelis will be looking to squeeze a wicket. She had a drop dead cover and she would love to repeat the same, make a hit to the offside. Here we go, Kelis to Dobson. Once again, she tries to hit that over mid-on. She doesn't connect it well. Very good start from Kelis. Zimbabwe will know that if they get this wicket, they are in for a shot. As I'm saying it, she goes big, she goes high. Is that going to go all the way for 4? But Kelis will feel like she had her. But at the end of the day, that race is for 4. Very well bowled at the end. That pushes the score to 58 for 3 for Durham. And looks like they're cruising. And we see change in the field. Long on goes back. Deep square comes in. Kelly says that try to take me on. Well, there's those 2 boundary fielders, and see if you can manage to do that. Dobson, she goes down the ground, no run there, very well fielded by Mtomba at cover. Oh, well bowled, very well bowled. beats everyone, beats the keeper, beats the batsman, and races away for 4. Kelis found that edge that she's looking for, but there's no slip at the end of the day. That races for 4. And that takes Dobson to 49, 1 away from half century. You can't. Mabera has got some work to do. No, boy, she doesn't get there. That races for 4, and that will bring a 50 for Dobson, who's played magnificently tonight here at Harare Sports Club. She has had power, she has had placing, and I tell you, she's batted very well tonight, taking away the game from Zimbabwe. As I said it, as long as if she's there, this game could be over very quickly. Oh, Kelis, that's a wide from the bowler. And that will be the last ball of the over from Kelis Ndhlovu. Oh, very well bowled, but still scampers for a single. Dobson taking the strike, saying, I have to finish this. I'm not going to let anyone finish this. And that marks the end of the over. That will be 68 for 3 after 8 overs.
So, Kate Ebrahim bowled very well, 2 for 9 so far, exciting the crowd, and when the fans downstairs were happy when she got to a half century, because that's what cricket does, doesn't it? You're happy for your opponent, even if you're on the losing end, and Zimbabwe women will take a lot of lessons from here. The turnaround time is tomorrow. They're playing over at Takashinga Cricket Club out in Highfield. 1:30 p.m. is the time that the match starts. So this has been the kind of tour in which both sides have a lot to learn. For Durham women, they're preparing for their season. For Zimbabwe women, there are a lot of targets that they need to go after this year. It's a bit of a collision there. And doesn't look as if anyone was hurt. And so at the 7 runs off that over, and it's 75 for 3. Trudy Johnson on 3 and Leah Dobson on 56. Leah Dobson with some incredible hitting. And when you have a situation like this, where the opponent has done so well, is there any time afterwards for you to get back to the dressing room and say, look, we can learn a couple of things from the way they've batted as Francesca Chipare comes into the attack?
Absolutely, there's always lessons, whether you've lost the game or you've won the game. So there's always lessons, there's always answers at the same time. So for Zimbabwe, they will know that they didn't bat as well as they would have wanted. They didn't start well. Francesca Chipare. Oh, she doesn't start well. She just pulls out. I think she had messed up her run up there. As you were saying, that there's always a lot to learn, especially on the Zimbabwean side. We saw Dobson. She said, anything that is pitched up, I'm hitting over the top. And then she has run well, and she's timed the ball very well. So there's power, there's timing behind everything that she's done tonight. Oh, bang. How many is that going to be? Oh, not so good. But they come back for 2. Very well stopped at long on. But the Zim ladies there doing very well on the field. It's good to see. Yes, the game is running away from them, but they're still putting that effort. Whether you're losing, you still want to show the world that you are capable of doing the right things. And that's what the ladies by the boundary there have done.
Another full toss. And finds its way to long off. Some really good cricket played by Durham women. As I say, as they're coming towards the end of their tour. And Leah Dobson showing why there will be all sorts of excitement about her. Oh, Trudy Johnson, that is a wonderful shot right there. What I just like about the way that the Durham women have gone about their business is how they use their body to access different parts of the field.
Definitely, they've maneuvered the field very well, finding gaps. That's a wide. You see, when you're talking about that, that forces the bowler to do something different, and that ends up being a wide. So you're saying that bringing the bowler to where you want them to bowl. That's what the Durham batters have done tonight. They've maneuvered gaps. They've looked for those big boundaries, but going straight. I haven't seen anyone going across the line. Very well bowled, but well played. They're pushing for 2. Can they get there? Very well fielded by Mabera at sweeper there. So it's good to see Zimbabwe still fighting despite being down at the moment, still fighting.
So just 14 runs needed now by Durham women. Very efficient performance. And I've also worked the good balls and the bad balls in equal measure, and that one is not the one that Francesca Chipare will want to keep in her locker. Just 10 over 10 overs to go, and that'll be called wide again. I should be disappointed with that because it goes to boundary, so an extra 5 runs added to the total. And now Durham women need 8 runs in a whole 62 balls. By the way, it's been a great day of cricket today. 2 matches during the day and another match during the evening. And those who've come here and those thousands listening across the world or watching across the world would have been entertained. Just 7 runs to win. Durham women will be very satisfied with how efficient they have been in this performance. And just that, finding the gaps, finding the spots, not trying too much, basic cricket. And the end of that over, the 10th over, the score is now 90 for 3. So as we get to the probably the last over or two of the match, as and as far as its finality, with Durham women just needing 6 runs to complete the win. Have Kate Ebrahim bowling. She's taken 2 wickets, and she took them. Must have given the Zimbabwe women select a little bit of hope. But now that is, for all intents and purposes, evaporated until there's a collapse, unless there's a collapse of biblical proportions. There's just one, and you've got Leah Dobson, the star of this innings, coming onto strike. And what has been a really professional performance with both bat and ball from the Durham women outfit. And the asterisk on her name has to disappear, because she will have to go. Kate Ebrahim gets her third wicket in the match. Will do a lot of good for her confidence, and also show the younger players how it's done. So the score is now 91 for 4 after 10.3 overs. But great knock, and a very impressive knock from Leah Dobson, who departs for 60 of 38 balls with 8 fours and 2 sixes.
Definitely, you're talking about leading from the front, and I felt like Ebrahim, she has done that. Even when she was batting, you could see the intent that she had. She comes back now to bowl, and still she's bowled quite well for Zimbabwe Select. Yes, you're on the losing end, but there's the lots of positive to take out of this game. So Ebrahim, I felt like she is the right one to lead even these youngsters. She's done quite well for Zimbabwe. To be good to see even the next game that is tomorrow, which I'm sure is now 1-1. Tomorrow going to the last game at Takashinga, where Zimbabwe won their other game. So excited to see the last game tomorrow. Definitely pop up there and see how it goes. It's been a good one for both teams. Very well bowled. Her figures have been very good. Is Ebrahim 3 for 13 in 2.4. Absolutely brilliant. It's a pity that she'll be on the losing end, but very lots of positives to take out of this game. Very well bowled once again. Very well bowled. Very good action. Everything just over the top. Doesn't fight that action. Keeping it simple. Good shot there. Has it gone through the gap? Mabera tries in vain. That races away for 4. Not so good. Ebrahim will feel like that should have been stopped. But that marks the end of the over. And the score is tied. That's 95 for 4. It's Durham. And that marks the end of Kate Ebrahim. That could be her last over, should I say, unless something happens. Unless if there's a maiden there.
All in all, a very good performance again, as I say, from Durham women. And they will be absolutely delighted with their return in this particular match, having fallen in the first one, and makes the match on Thursday a decider for the two sides. Nyasha Gwanzura comes in, and that is the only ball she will bowl in the innings, a misfield, and that means Durham women win this tie by 6 wickets. A very good win for the visitors on their first ever visit to Zimbabwe and their first ever performance at Harare Sports Club. Just to go through the performances, key performances for Zimbabwe: Lorraine Chuma with 35 runs off 26 balls. Adele Zimunu, the only other player to get to double figures, 12 off 13, 95 all out in 18.2 overs. Looking at the wickets column, 2 wickets apiece. Impressive for Abigail Glein, 2 for 6, followed by Sophia Turner with 2 for 18. 2 for 20 was Catherine Fraser, and Laura Trotter with 2 for 25. As for Durham,
when they came in to bat, Dobson really batted well. 60 of 38 balls, 8 boundaries and 2 maximum. Mia Rogers only 4. It was only I would say a Dobson show, because she is the only one who managed to get to double figures. But at the end, it was good enough for her to take her team across the line. Nomvelo 2 for 19 in only 1 for 19 in 2 overs. Lindogo Mabera 2 for, she didn't get a wicket, and the other one who had to do well for Zimbabwe was Kate Ebrahim, who I felt bowled very well. Who she tried by her best to bring Zimbabwe back to the game, but it wasn't enough. So at the end, not a good performance from the Zim ladies.
Yes, and that brings to the end our broadcast for today. And thank you very much for joining us. We will be back with the matches. There will be a match, the match between Zimbabwe women and Durham women tomorrow at Takashinga, and we will be giving you the action from that. Otherwise, the Zimbabwe domestic T20 resumes on Friday with 2 matches also at Takashinga before they come back to Harare Sports Club for the final round-robin stage matches. And then on Sunday afternoon, 1:30, is the big one, is the final. My name is Larry Kwirida. It's been such a pleasure to be with you. I've been here with Christopher Mpofu. And download the app, the Zimbabwe Cricket app, so you can keep yourself updated for whenever matches are taking place. And you can keep up to date with everything that's happened with Zimbabwe Cricket. Also visit zimcricket.org. Otherwise, thank you very much for joining us.
So, with a week of the most exciting domestic tourney, the men's domestic T20. Will the Mountaineers continue to assert their dominance and make it a treble-winning season? Or will the Rhinos mount a challenge and win their first silverware of the season? 2 venues, 5 provinces, 11 matches, and just 1 winner. From the 24th to the 30th of March 2025 at Harare Sports Club and Takashinga Cricket Club. Who will be crowned the 2025 domestic T20